So you're going to see quite a few 911 videos on my channel. I'm going to go through model by model, and this is an interesting one. This is actually in many ways the flagship, the top model 911 of the 991 generation. This is actually a very late pre-facelift 991 Turbo S. So the Turbo S is the flagship. They've had 911 turbos in the 1970s. The S came in much later, came in for the 993 generation as a kind of a 911 turbo turned up to 11, and with extra performance, extra boost, and also things like on this car, for example, you can see yellow brake calipers. That shows that it's actually got carbon ceramic brakes. So and it needs it because this is probably one amongst the heaviest of 911s. So this car is just under 1,700 kilos, but even with that, it's got 560 horsepower from a 3.8 litre twin turbo flat 6 engine. So it launches off the line massively quickly, and these cars are really known for that acceleration, that kind of real shove from stationary, but also when you get up to speed, it's also incredibly rapid. So uncorked, these cars can close down on virtually 200 miles an hour, maybe go even a bit beyond, but it's the acceleration that's the real mind-blowing stuff. The 911 flat 6 engine, main reason it has that is for low central gravity, and it's out back of the car, and they've made the cars really handle miraculously well, considering how the engine location is not ideal for great driving dynamics. This car's got a few modifications. So the wheels are original, it's got the centre lock wheels, but these have been specified in gloss black, either aftermarket or from the factory. It's also got some dark tinted headlights here, of a whole kind of black effect. It's privacy glass, so someone's really kind of proper murdered out this car. And at the back they've got some Porsche design clear taillights and the clear brake light as well, and the badging's been blacked out as well. So yeah, it's got some nice little details in this car, but really this car's about real kind of GT performance. So it really just flies in all weather conditions, and they're all been four-wheel drive. They have been since 1994 with the 993 generation, so can use all that power. But also as a daily driver, you know, it lives up here in Hampstead. It's automatic, so it's pretty easy. I say it's automatic. It's actually got it's called a PDK gearbox, Porsche's version of the dual clutch gearbox solution, and that means instantaneous gear shift, and that makes the acceleration even more rapid. And you can change gear manually using the paddles on the gear shift lever or on the steering wheel. It's also got launch control for proper comical launches from stationary. So yeah, you probably gathered this video's theme's been around acceleration and performance. This car really epitomises that, and there's still very, very strong money today. To get a good 991 generation turbo, still over £100,000, and new, they're in the 150, 160 mark before options. So yeah, I mean this car, the ceramic brakes were standard on this generation Turbo S, and that's you've got to be careful with that, because if the ceramic brakes are shot, they are incredibly expensive to resurface, or even worse, replace. So you've got to keep an eye on that. The turbo that came below this was mechanically quite similar, didn't have the carbon brakes, and had a bit less turbo boost, but fundamentally the same engine, so it might be a safer bet if that's a concern. But if you want the flagship 911 a bit zero, taking GT3s and RSs aside, this was really the kind of all-weather supercar. If you lived up in maybe Zurich all year round, wanted to go skiing, wanted a nice car at the same time, and didn't have space for multiple cars, this could be that car that just did everything you wanted a performance car to do. For example, if you only had that one parking space, this car covers an awful lot of bases. It's even got good storage behind the seats. It's 4-seater, there's seats in the back, unlike a GT3, and in the front there's also really a spacious boot, although being four-wheel drive, it's not quite as spacious as the two-wheel drive versions, because you've got the differential in the way and those kind of things. But really great luxury express, could cruise at 180 all day, and be super comfortable and refined, and get all the different options. This car, for example, has got the radar cruise control option as well to maintain a set speed and set distance between you and the car in front. So again, makes long distance high-speed driving even easier as well. So lovely to see one of these. They are a really great 911. Don't get me wrong, a GT3 probably has a bit more driver engagement, a bit more sporty. This isn't really a track day 911, but still, heck of a way to travel very, very, very quickly indeed.